Today we're looking at the Marzocco Linea PB. This is the AV model. They also have the MP and the ABR, and we'll come back to those later. But I want to talk you through why I love this machine and why it would be a great asset to your cafe if you're doing 10 kilos up to 50 kilos. And the 3-group models can even do more than that. So let me talk through all the features and the benefits of this beautiful Italian-made machine. So if you've watched our videos before, you would have seen this machine in it, either in our espresso bar or out in the cafes, because it is the machine that we prefer to use and we recommend to many cafes. And why do we do that? It's because we know that we can get consistent, great tasting coffee all day, every day from this machine. And it's some of the tech that's built into this machine that gets you there. It's things like the PID Temperature Control. This means you'll have consistent boiler temperature throughout every extraction. You've also got shot timers on the machine, so your baristas can follow a recipe and make sure they're nailing that. And those shot times are really consistent because of that water temperature as well. It's got the flow pulse controller. That means that it's actually measuring the amount of water as it flows through the machine. So pressure is changing as it flows through. So that measurement is something you can actually program the machine based on. It makes it really easy in the middle of service to make quick changes to your programming. You've also got the AV model being Auto-Volumetric, and this is giving you a consistent volume of water every single time. And that's one thing this machine does. So it is consistent in the amount of water that it flows out every single extraction. The insulated boilers is how we maintain consistency in that temperature. We're not getting fluctuating temperatures throughout the day or throughout the extractions as we use the water in those boilers. The saturated groups have to be a huge advantage on these higher end models. They make sure that the water temperature is maintained at the brew head and not just traveling from the boiler. There is the ABR model as well. That means auto brew ratio, and that has scales built into the drip tray. Now that means that your extractions can be set up to give you only a certain amount of yield in your cup. This is different to the AB model where we're relying on a certain amount of liquid that flows from the head. The machine speaks to itself, it weighs the liquid out, and it'll actually cut off to give you the perfect ratio of water for the recipe that you set. And of course, this is a dual boiler machine. This has a separate boiler for the brewing to the steam, and both of them can hold a large capacity of steam and water and make sure that you get consistent high pressure steam every single time, and you get a dedicated boiler just for your brewing, so you're not really affected either way. Once you go back to a heat exchange machine, single boiler machines, you do lose that pressure on the steam, and you do lose consistency because they're sharing that space as well. So the dual boiler machine is definitely the way you want to go if you're really going to knock out a lot of coffees in a small amount of time. The first thing you notice when you walk into a cafe and you see Linea PB on the bench is how beautiful it is. It's Italian made, it's handcrafted, and it just looks great on a bench. Also very recognized in the industry. Baristas are used to using them, and if you go into a specialty coffee shop, it's likely that you'll see a Linea PB on the bench. Now, you can also customize these machines. There is ways to do coated different rails. You can have them powder coated in different colors. You can get them painted, which you can check with your color swatches and perfectly match your cafe's styling. There is ways that you can even color the front barista side if you want that. You can change your group handles, you can change your knobs and really customize it to make it look and feel like your cafe. And that might include doing your own custom badge or a different color on your badge, or making it suit the aesthetic of your cafe. These machines do come with the low legs, but you can actually get the high legs on them if you wanted to lift it up. And they also have barista lights, so when you're making coffee, it's well presented, you can see what's going on. Just the little features that make these machines so nice to work on. Some cool little features on this machine include being able to connect to the Marzocco Tech app, and that way you can actually see some of the history of your extractions, change some of the settings, and not have to go into the menu on the actual machine. So that's a really cool feature that you can do as you go. It does have an eco mode, so you can set that so it goes to sleep overnight and reduces the power usage on that machine. As far as power, Most dual boilers machines do take a little bit more power. This 2-group machine will take 20 amps of power, and a 3-group is 32 amps. Now that is something you need to consider when you're going to fit this into your cafe. You need to check the power that you have available in your cafe and make sure it's suitable for you. They will come standard with a power plug on them if you have a 3-phase, or you need to hardwire them in. You need to order them accordingly, and that's something that we could personally help you with if you needed to buy a Marzocco machine. Please reach out to our team. We'd love to help you purchase one of these machines and make sure you get it right just for you. Even with the customizations, we can do all that as well. Marzocco have definitely thought about the technicians for the build of this machine. Any coffee technician should have parts for this readily available. You can access the machine and work on it during service. So we love these machines. We always have parts on us, and we can service them easily and source the parts quickly within Australia for sure. So that's something to consider when you're looking at lots of different machines. Do you have a technician that can easily get the parts and service it? I would really think about that, because it can be very costly if you can't. Something as simple as being able to isolate this one steam tap by just a switch that's coming from the steam boiler, and I can continue to use this steam wand and I can keep brewing because it's a dual boiler machine. That just gives you peace of mind when you're working with a machine like this, that I could replace that steam tap or work on individual heads as needed. The one thing I would say people love when they get these machines is just how nice they feel. As a barista, when you get on, the group handles feel nice and comfortable. They're heavy and weighted. Nothing feels cheap. Everything is beautiful, polished stainless, and everything just quarter turn steam taps, and we've got full lots of steam pressure coming out of that steam tap. So we're getting fast milk done, we're pumping it out. And this is definitely the style of machine that you want to have if you're really getting those coffees out. If you're doing a lot of coffees in a short amount of time, you need to be looking at a dual boiler, and you need to be looking at something that's going to get you that consistency every single time. Really nice dials, buttons are clean, easy to push, got a clear visual on the machine and those shot times there. So it's definitely a nice machine to work on from a barista point of view. Accessing the menu is pretty intuitive, and there's a lot of different settings in there, pre-infusion, different programming settings, eco mode, and all those different things that as a barista, you will have maybe even worked on a Marzocco before, and you'll quickly be able to jump on this one. And if you haven't, it's definitely an industry standard machine that's going to feel comfortable getting on, and it's going to feel like you've got value for money. Speaking of value for money, where do they sit in the market? Now, notoriously, dual boilers are more expensive than a heat exchange machine, and I spend a lot of time helping people understand where that value is. I think if you're looking at investing in a coffee machine for your cafe, you need to work out how you're going to justify that spend. These machines in Australia, they're above $20,000 Australian, so we need to make sure that we're doing the coffee sales to justify that machine. And I said earlier, anywhere up from 10 kilos a week, but if you personally love making good quality coffee, you can do 5 kilos a week on this. You just have to justify the money. But if you're doing 30, 40, 50 kilos a week, which I can comfortably do on a 2-group machine and not have any lagging on the steam or change in my extractions. If I go to a 3-group, I can do some serious volume, but now we're talking about those, upward around the $25,000 Australian mark. I think it's money well spent. I've seen these machines last a long time. 10 years, 15 years, they're lasting the test of time. Everything's replaceable, and the resale value is really quite high. These machines just polish up so nicely, and we can refurbish them, and they resell. So if you're thinking about investing in one, and that's really what it is, it's an investment in your cafe. I do think it helps you find better baristas. I do think they help you make better coffee for sure. They help you be consistent day in, day out. And I think it's worth the money. I think you'll find you enjoy the process of making coffee more on this machine. So there's a few different ways that you personally might look at buying these through your business. Maybe leasing a machine or financing is something we could help you with. If you want to work with us and become a cafe partner, we might be able to help you get this machine on your bench at no extra cost to you. So definitely reach out to our team to help you if you're a cafe within Australia and see if we can help you with this machine. financing it, renting it, whatever's going to work for you and your business, I would look at investing in a dual boiler at Marzocco Linea PB. If you can't afford a brand new one, still reach out to us. We might be able to help you source a refurbished machine. If you have any questions for me, you can definitely head to artistic.com.au and inquire through the wholesale page or just the form, and we can answer some questions for you. Reach out to the team. You can call us and speak to our team directly within Australia. So if we can help you make the choice, whether it's this machine or another machine that's going to suit your business, that's what we're here to do. We want to help you make good choices for the equipment you buy for your cafes. So if you have any more questions, shoot us a message or put it in the comments below. Let the community help us answer those questions for you. Have you got one of these machines? Does it suit your cafe? Is it as good as I say it is? Let us know in the comments below if you love this machine, if you hate it, and we'd love to answer those questions for you if you've got them. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.